Welcome to lesson 12. Good morning, very early this morning when I come to you on this exercise. I skipped recording my reflections yesterday. I took kind of a day off, but now I'm ready to share with you my reflections on lesson 12 from using the exercise yesterday, but as well going back to the text and get out of the text what is important, minimum for me today. So the sentence of lesson 12 is, I am upset because I see a meaningless world. To be very honest with you, I didn't connect with the exercise of lesson 12, but I did it anyway. It just didn't speak to me as some of the other exercises did, and I was missing probably a little bit more logic. But what I have learned over the last few years is that deprogramming and reprogramming the mind, or unlearning and relearning the mind to something new, does not have to be logic to the analytical mind for it to work. So if you feel something similar, that you don't really get what the exercises do, or it doesn't really completely make sense to you, then let go of that and trust that it still works. Especially our subconscious mind, that is responsible for 95% of the reality that we actually experience, does not speak the same language as our analytical mind. So be aware that these exercises are probably working so much better than we can actually imagine, but on a level that our analytical mind can't even grasp. So I invite you, like I invite myself, to let go of the idea that it's not logic and therefore it doesn't really work. It does work, because there are lots of different languages that we don't need to understand. Okay, good. Now, the real value for our conscious mind, the analytical mind, lies in paragraph 5 of the lesson. It explains that we cannot really allow the world to be meaningless, and that's why we have to put meaning onto it. So if the world is in general meaningless, we can't stand it, so to say. We have to put some kind of meaning onto it. We cannot just allow it to be what it is. And therefore all of what we put then onto that meaningless world is meaningless then as well. Just because we put our opinions onto a meaningless world doesn't make it our opinions, right? So the opinions that I've used throughout the day yesterday in the exercise was, for example, the world is frustrating, the world is boring, the world is unfair, the world is beautiful, the world is exhausting. These were all of the ones that I used mostly in the exercise yesterday, but it means that all of these descriptions that I give to the world are meaningless too. They are just describing my thoughts, but not the truth of the world. So lesson 12 actually invites us to stop putting stuff, aka meaning, onto the world. It actually says, if you could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for you, it would make you indescribably happy. That sounds pretty promising, doesn't it? I mean, is it not maybe worth it to let go of our opinions and meanings of the world if the promise is that after we actually do it and conquer that there is indescribable happiness? I think it is worth it, absolutely. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments what your opinion is on this sentence, on lesson 12, on your reflections, what you have seen going through the exercise, what you have felt, what you have experienced. I would love to hear from you. And with that, I will close lesson 12 and start reading lesson 13 now. And I will see you again tomorrow with my reflections. Bye bye.